Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Mr. Fizz, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, if you feel like it, go ahead and like the video and subscribe. I'm trying to get some more content pumped up for you guys, and I'll be doing a channel update later on into the video, showcasing my schedule and doing a couple extra things in there that you guys are going to need to know. But let's go ahead and get to the topic. My recent videos have been about 20 minutes long, so I don't want to keep that trend going. So I'm just going to get straight to the point and tell you guys my points and my thoughts and my insights on the recent patch notes. And it's one of the more controversial patch notes, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think I've ever seen a patch note have this much conversation around it and have so many differing opinions on it. I don't think I've ever seen it in my 1 year playing Siege. And, you know, that's not a long time, but I've never seen something like this happen before. So it's a really controversial and sticky situation that I'm going to be listing off today. And my first point I'm going to be making out is that I think if we're going to try and change these options, or if we don't agree with this 100% and we're trying to, you know, tell the Rainbow Six team, maybe this isn't the right step in the direction, we should not be yelling at the Rainbow Six team saying you're doing a horrible job. That's not going to get anything done. I'm going to put up a post by Bikini Body, and he's going to describe this issue quite well. So just, you know, take a read at that, and that's the way I think we should be taking things as well. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so my first thing I'm going to talk about is going to be the minor things, and then we'll get on to the big stuff that everybody's talking about. So the first things first is that, you know, the TCSG is getting its weapon damage reduced, and it's also getting more ammunition. So, you know, I kind of saw this coming, being completely honest. Ever since Goyu was introduced into the game, and ever since he got the TCSG and the Vector, I kind of saw that these weapons were going to had to be balanced out, right? I thought the Vector was going to be nerfed, and it's the TCSG. Okay. The TCSG is a good shotgun. I'm just gonna go ahead and state that out. It's a really good shotgun, and in terms of making, you know, rotation holes or getting some kill holes, or, you know, just using it overall in utility and with kills and stuff like that, you're definitely going to have a lot of stuff, a lot of utility on that TCSG. Maybe nerf its range, just a suggestion. I feel like this could have been done a little better. Again, maybe nerf its range a little bit, maybe lower its actual magazine count, instead of like 12 shots or whatever it is, and lower it down to a little bit lower. That could have been helpful, but I don't think reducing its weapon damage makes sense for me. So I'm really on the fence with this one. It's not something I'm all for, but I see what they're trying to do, and you know, so be it. If the TCSG needs to be nerfed, it needs to be nerfed. Alright, next is the M12 getting the Razor/Vortex holographic sight to Caveira's M12. So when you see a Cavi player, you see her run the Spaz 15 nonstop. I mean, you just never see her play the M12. Now, being completely honest, is this going to change the M12's pick rate? Probably not. I'm just going to be completely honest. The M12 needs a serious buff if you want to compare it up to the Spaz 15 in terms of Caveira. But maybe nerf the shotgun a little bit and buff the M12, see how that goes. I don't think adding a Razor holographic sight is going to buff the weapon. But, you know, who knows? It could, you know, some people could be really happy about this. And honestly, I'm pretty complacent with it. I definitely like to see these new sights being added to newer weapons. I mean, excuse me, on the weapons that haven't been used a lot. And but I'm not sure that this is going to buff the weapon as Rainbow Six team is implying. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the big stuff. And this is the operator changes. So I'm going to start out with Goyu. Goyu is getting one Volcan shield removed. It's going from 3 to 2. So I saw this coming. As soon as Goyu came out, I knew he was going to be overpowered. I never used him, but I knew he was going to be overpowered in terms of Pro League and ranked. And he really is. I mean, he's an operator who has a shotgun, an amazing submachine gun, He has nitro cells, impact grenades, and he has gadgets that are completely broken. So, I mean, that just explains that he was bound to get nerfed. But this wasn't the correct way I wanted to see it happen. Goyu, he's really tricky, and I don't think his gadget's the best gadget out there in terms of appealing to players. In Pro League, it's completely broken, but I think the gadget needs to be changed up. And I'm not talking about like a buff or a nerf to this gadget. I'm talking a rework with Goyu. Very similar to Tachanka. Tachanka's getting a bunch of stuff changed out, and I think we're gonna have to change out Goyu a bunch in order to make him in order to nerf him, and that's what they're trying to do. That's what the Rainbow Six team is trying to do. They're trying to nerf him. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and get into the more big stuff. And I'm going to go to the less controversial one, and that's Mozzie. So Mozzie is losing his Super Shorty. Now, honestly, I didn't see it coming. Like, I had no idea this was going to happen. It's confusing why Mozzie would get his Super Shorty taken away. I mean, I see that they're trying to nerf him a little bit, but I'm not sure if this is... I didn't really see this coming. Mozzie is super good on defense, and he has the pest drones. The pests that take care of the drones. He has an amazing assault rifle, and he has a Super Shorty and nitro cells. Now, now that I'm thinking about it, he's overpowered. But was it really the right step? I definitely think we should have taken away a couple of his pests, even maybe one or two, to see the difference that would make. Honestly, making him have only 2 pests probably would have done a little bit of damage to him, and maybe buffing up his recoil on the Commando 9 probably would have made another nerf to him. And I don't think Mozzie needed his Super Shorty taken away, but granted, the SDP 9 doesn't get any play on Mozzie or Gridlock, and I actually mentioned this in my Recycle Weapons wish list, which you can view in the top right-hand corner. I mentioned that the SDP 9mm never gets any play whatsoever, and they needed to do something about it. But I didn't expect Mozzie was going to get his Super Shorty taken away. I'm on the fence with this one. I'm not all for it, but I'm not against it. And I guess that's where I stand. Okay, so now we're going to get to another controversial change, which is Ying. So, actually, this isn't that controversial. It's just more of it's like huge buffs to Ying. So, Ying is getting smoke grenades, and the smoke grenades are taking place of the Claymore. She's also getting her T95, a damage increase from 43 to 46, and she's getting 1 extra Candela. So, she's going to have 4 Candelas in total, like it says here. So, what this means is that they're obviously trying to buff Ying, 100%. And that's all this whole list right here screams. They're trying to buff Ying. And being completely honest, I think it's going to be a good change to Ying. You don't see many Ying players in ranked, and I think this will definitely change her pick rate. Maybe make her a little bit more versatile and more of a viable option in terms of ranked and Pro League. And what this is also doing, I was having a comment here on my other video, my buff list for Knock and Warden. One of the commenters said it's going to change, maybe the Ying will change Warden. And I definitely have to agree with her here, because it can indirectly buff Warden, theoretically. I'm all for seeing Warden be buffed indirectly and seeing Ying be buffed in a way that's going to make her more viable. It's a win-win, being completely honest. I don't see anything wrong with this. I am all for it. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the 2 big ones, and this is the most talked about. Buck, we're going to start out with Buck, and then we're going to get to the big one next. So, Buck is getting his frag grenades removed, and it's replacing, what's replacing the frag grenades is a Claymore. So, I'm not sure about this one. It's confusing to me. Let's go ahead and take frag grenades away from the fragger. That's really all I see in this. Claymores? Okay, I'm sorry, but Claymores, out of all things to choose, you choose claymores. I mean, there's smokes and there's stun grenades, but you choose claymores. Honestly, being completely honest, I would have liked to see stun grenades added to Buck more than I would have Claymore. There's going to be some people who say, when you're breaching up some walls, there's going to be some people who try to flank you. For example, Border, when you're trying to get the Armory Lockers, Bandit trick down, you put a Claymore down, and you can wait for somebody to come and kill you. And that's a completely, that's a completely fair point, and I see where they're coming from. Why take away the frag grenades? I mean, out of all things to take away, you take away the frag grenades and you replace it with Claymore. Who knows? Maybe this could be good. I'm on the fence with this one. It's confusing to me, and not sure if I like it or not. But, hopefully it's going to make a change for the better. Okay, so now we're going to get onto the big controversial one, and that is Jaeger. So Jaeger is getting changed from 3-speed, 1 armor to a 2-speed, 2 armor. So this is what's making people go livid, and I'm talking livid. Like, the day the patch notes were released, this is all I saw. I just saw so many people putting their thoughts into this and completely tearing down the idea. Is this going to change Jaeger? Probably. Will it change him a lot? Probably not. I can definitely see where they're going with this, and they're trying to balance out Jaeger, these powerful operators you see on defense and attack, and I definitely see that the Rainbow Six team is trying to edit some stuff down. And was Jaeger 2 armor 2 speed really worth it though? Out of all things, you could have changed out his ADSs, maybe give him 1 ADS, 2 ADS, buff his recoil, reduce his magazine on the 416 carbine, and maybe that could have changed him a lot. Who knows? But 2 armor 2 speed is a drastic change, and I think it's a right step in the direction. But I don't know what to say. I mean, there could be a bunch of things changed around with it, and in terms of Jaeger, and 2 armor 2 speed on Jaeger. Now, I think Gregor explained this quite nicely in his video. In fact, the top right corner, go ahead and view that. Gregor explained this quite nicely, comparing it to Wamai and Jaeger. Wamai is supposed to be this anchor, and Jaeger is supposed to be this roamer. And when you put Jaeger down to a 2 armor 2 speed, it doesn't really make sense. Those are my thoughts on the patch notes, and now we're going to get on to the channel update. So you can completely skip this if you want to, but these are for the people, my friends, and my community, my small community of 77 subscribers. So first things first is I'm attempting to upload every single Sunday and Wednesday at 8 a.m. That is my plan, and it may be a little later than that, maybe like 10 a.m. or 12 a.m. being completely honest. But I'm going to try to upload every Sunday and every Wednesday, 8 a.m. So expect those uploads. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and turn notifications on. And go ahead and get ready for this. So that's basically my first channel update. My second channel update is I am going to be making Colton's Laugh Part 2 somewhere in April. I'm thinking April 22nd, to be completely honest. I want to upload my own content and make my own videos and on my own channel. So Colton's Laugh Part 2 may be my final completion in terms of Evan Broddick's videos. So, but just subscribe for that regardless if that's all you want to see. Alright, and I think that wraps it up, basically. I'm going to be making more funny videos, funny compilations and stuff like that, and definitely want to see you guys support those videos and tell me if you like it or tell me if you don't like it. I need feedback, and I think the way my channel's going, I think I'm pretty complacent. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, and turn notifications on. Again, only if you feel like you need to do those things. If you want to subscribe to me, subscribe to me. If you want to like the video, like. Those are my thoughts on the patch notes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.